My name is Tyrell, right? I'm in 12th grade and I go to the Link High School. Yeah, I think it stands for learning in new contents or context or something like that. But we're supposed to be a project-based school, so it's supposed to be like group work and more collaborative, more teamwork-based. I feel like trying to mold us to be more like team workers. Or compared to this one, it's totally different. We don't have homework at all, and if it's like, it would be like a select day out of the week, like a random day, probably Wednesday. For a certain class, you'll probably have a worksheet, and you probably won't have it again for the rest of the marking period. So, and with tests, we get them more frequently, I feel like, for certain classes, and some we don't at all. So it's just projects and classwork, and if we get the material, then we get the material. All right, so the senior project was, so basically we had to think 10 years in the future, and we had to basically, what would our job career be, where would we be at in then that 10 years, and yeah, how, like, what's our philosophy in life at that time, and like, what are we going through, and what are we doing, what are we thinking about, yeah, stuff like that. And that was my senior project. All right, so my interest right now is to go to school for business and real estate, and I want to say like my passion for is like dance and modeling, and yeah, so I feel like that's gonna be like a side job or like something I could do on the side to like work up to be a career. I feel like, yeah, so I can mold myself into where I want to be. Well, honestly, for a while I didn't want to go to college. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was just confused on life for I feel like. So when I came to 12 Plus and they sat me down and had a conversation with me, I kind of like started realizing the stuff I wanted to do, and I did have a path I could follow inside of me. I didn't have to look out too much. Like, I didn't have to worry about my passion. They was just, I feel like, very much helpful people, like very kind-hearted people that wanted to help us, like more than we wanted to help ourselves. So trying to really figure out what we want to do for ourselves, like, well, basically just asking me what did I want to do, like where do you find happiness in, or like where's your passion lie? And after having those conversations and listening to my answers, figured out what I wanted to do. And like, I've realized that college was an option for me. Like, it wasn't just like a scheme or something, that it wasn't like, yeah. I feel like just sitting down and having a conversation with me, like hearing for what I had to say, and like listening, because I would say that I didn't know what I wanted to do, but when I would talk about the stuff I was interested in, they would be like, well, that's stuff that you can do, and that's like, take it and run with it, like, yeah, go ahead strong with it and stuff like that. So I don't know, I feel like I was just scared too and nervous about college and stuff like that. This is my 12th grade year, and I have to figure out what I'm going to do right after this year. Like, the time is now, and I've been figuring out all high school, so I've been just stressed. And then when I came here and I talked to Miss Kathleen and Mr. Harry, they kind of like opened that door inside of me to figure out what I wanted to do. Exactly, spread and learning what I actually like to do. That's why I look forward to most going to college, is like broadening my like brain palette. I don't know what else I want to say. I don't know, like learning new experiences, like learning what I like to do in education, because I do know I like school, but I like the concept of the stuff that I like more. Like, I gravitate to the stuff that I find interesting more. As you can see, the height, I couldn't get the most, like the name brand shoes, the name brand clothes I wanted. So it's like, I wanted to be my own fashion designer, or like make my own clothes, make my own shoes, make my own this and that for tall people like me, or people that can't go in regular stores and get the stuff that they wanted. But it's like, nowadays, like, people is doing it. Like, everybody is doing it. Everybody want to be their own like entrepreneur, fashion designer, everything. And it's like, I want to do that, but I want to be different. I want to do my own thing. And I feel like everybody want to do that too. Everybody want to be different. So it's like, how do I set myself aside? So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I just know that fashion is my passion, like, and modeling and dance is what I really want to, like, that's what makes me happy. But I want to say fashion and modeling, those job careers that typically you don't make the most money. And like, I want to be very much financially stable, and I want to have my family set up to where I could provide for them and we be financially stable together. Sitting down with myself and like really like asking myself, is this what I really want to do? Because it's like, for a while, honestly, I want to say I was depressed and like combating myself, trying to figure out what I want to do in my life, and like I feel like it was draining me, like being mad at myself because I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I feel like everybody else around me had this set plan out, even though it probably wasn't. But to me, that's what it was showing me. That's what I'm trying to teach myself, because it's like I do pressure myself a lot, and I try to not to, but it's like it's easier said than done. Like, I want the life for myself. I want it. Like, I want to go get it, and nothing's going to be handed to you in this life. You have to work for it, for everything you want. So it's like, I don't know, but I'm still trying to learn that patience is key, and everything comes with time and patience. Be you, unapologetically, unconditionally, and love yourself first. Like,